The fan base is incredible, but there's also a toxic side of that fan base that I'm sure you're not a stranger to.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, what was it like working with Rob Zombie? I'm just kidding. Don't answer that question.
Horrible. That was great.
Well, I liked yesterday. You were like, I have told that story 700 times. There's nothing left I could say about Rob.
I'm trying to think of like anything else that I could say about Rob. It's wild.
Yeah, you can't. There's nothing left.
There's nothing. I mean, he's a great gift giver. Like he's like really giving me some special gifts.
Well, I mean, I'll die on the cross of his Halloween movies. Like I've gotten torn apart in my comment section because,
Good for you for sticking up for us.
But listen, like the fan base is incredible, but there's also a toxic side of that fan base that I'm sure you're not a stranger to.
Yeah. I'm always getting hit. I feel like I release something and I just have a bunch of bats just ready to fucking strike me to the ground.
Right.
I'm like, God damn it, guys. Come on. Please love me. Love me. I get it. I'm the only other person that has stepped into the Jamie Lee Curtis shoes of a classic that people love. I have my favorites as well, like Dirty Dancing, if anybody was to fucking remake that. You can't replace Patrick Swayze. Who the fuck are you going to replace Patrick Swayze with? So I get it. I didn't get it at 17 years old when I was like, oh my God, people are comparing me to this woman that I've admired forever. And like, I was so scared. And like, people still will come to my table and be like, you're just not my favorite, but will you sign that?
What a backhanded compliment. Why the fuck would you even say anything?
I get so many backhanded compliments and you just have to go, okay.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Thanks so much.
You put something into perspective for me that I didn't really think about. Like, you were 17 and hearing all of this stuff. I think it was your first breakout role, right?
Yeah, dude. And that was like, was that ever, I'm going to date myself. Was that around when the internet just kind of started its thing? Like, it was like around when people started having opinions on the internet.
Yeah.
It's hard not like reading all of the comments. And I was reading it like every single day until the release and then after the release. I was the first tape that Rob saw. And I was his first pick. And I wasn't the studios.
Really?
Where like they didn't want me. They didn't want me at all. And they had offered it to, I think Brittany Snow got offered the job. I think Kristen Stewart got offered the job. Like they offered it to so many people before me. And Rob had them offer it to people that he knew wouldn't accept the job because he really wanted me to do it. But I was like a kid. I was an actual kid.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Rob really enjoyed. Like I really felt like a teenager. I wasn't like an older woman playing a kid.
I know Danielle was kind of pushed into the industry at a young age, and so were you. And then obviously you guys are both icons of the Halloween franchise.
Yeah.
And you're a great actor. And I don't say that to just blow smoke and because you're right in front of me. I really do
Keep
mean
going.
it. But ever since you were a little girl, I watched an interview and somebody mentioned this short film you were in called Chicken Night.
Oh my God, Chicken Night.
So I was like, I need to YouTube this. They only have the trailer, but I was like, holy shit, she was good when she was tiny.
With Ione Sky. Well, I had, that was like another thing with my parents. I had a really tough childhood. With my biological mom. Some things I remember, some things I don't. I grew up pretty quickly and I grew up around things that children shouldn't be growing up around. The adult matters of auditions I just got that most kids wouldn't get. Hence why I never went the Disney route and hence why I was like playing fucking prostitutes and like runaways and all this stuff at such a young age. And I think also too, it was therapy for me as a kid. It really was. Playing somebody else and not having to be myself with my childhood trauma really helped me. And it still does. I'm still like, please let me go fucking escape for a month, please.
You talk a lot about your inner child. And it's an interesting, like Maslow's hierarchy of needs kind of thing. Where it's like you have to attend to these different parts of your psyche to grow into somebody who is just naturally happy. But there are times where it's like, I'm like, is that even possible?
I think it's such a horrible life to not speak to your inner child and know that it's there and not nurture it and not like listen to it. I can look at you and see your little self.
Amazing.
And hopefully you can look at me and see that too. So then we won't be so fucking horrible to one another.
Right.
And so I try to take that into consideration whenever I want to be a bitch. And I'm like, wait a minute, you have a little thing that your upbringing.
A little thing, whoa.
That too. I don't know, who knows? Alex, you know, like you
She's over there like.
She's like, it's great. Well, you know, you have this child inside of you, and it's good to recognize that everybody has an upbringing, everybody has a past, everybody has, you know, you became the person you are because of the things and the parents that you were around.
Right.
We all have a story.
Getting more involved with Hollywood and kind of, you know, as the show grows, we end up making more friends with people. So we get invited to more parties. And I kind of see why a lot of people could find that it's not as authentic. I hate to say it because like you said, everybody's out there for a reason. Everybody's got a dream. I don't know. Maybe it's always been like this.
It has always been like that.
Yeah.
But I think we mature. We see things.
Yeah.
We don't like to see things as we grow up. We ignore all the shit, you know? And then you ignore it for so long that it's like, they're blurred lines.
Exactly.
I think it's always been like this. We're breaking out of the fucking like grave. We're like, I can see for the first fucking time. This is what it's like. And then you're back in.
Right.
You know, it's a weird thing.